Welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand, Liverpool's first defeat this season in the Premier League. And it was late, but it was great for Crystal Palace. I'm going to start off by saying, obviously, smash them like buttons, get your comments in. Some issues to address. We're going to get into those in this video. Barely any positives in that game. But subscribe to the channel. Me and Doyle are going to break this down for you in more depth on Monday in the Hot Topics podcast. But I got to unload a clip here. I'm not happy. Two things can be true. I cannot be happy with the performance in this game and the result. But I can also credit Crystal Palace because let's be honest. Let's be really honest here. In that first half, it could, and it probably should have been, 4 or 5-0 to Crystal Palace if it wasn't for Alisson Becker, the best goalkeeper in the world. Chronologically, let's get into it. When that lineup was announced and we saw Florian Wirtz on the left-hand side, I mean, £100 million player shouldn't really be making you say what I'm about to say, but I just knew that wouldn't work. I knew that wouldn't work on the left-hand side. I predicted that Arne Slot would go with that in the match preview, but when I saw it, and that first half was... Let me say this, it was the worst first half performance of the season. And, you know, the lineup came out. I'm looking at it now. And there's not too many highlighted points where you can go, hang on, that doesn't look right. And maybe apart from the Florian Wirtz. I think Alexis McAllister is well out of form right now, that's fair to say. But anyway, the game started and we thought, let's see what Wirtz can do on that side. And I'm not just blaming this on Wirtz. Mo Salah was shocking today. Isak should have scored with his chance. The only player that I can really say well done today, you walk away with your head held high, is Alisson Becker. And that's never a good sign, people. Maybe even Federico Chiesa, who scores the consolation for Liverpool in the end. But the lineup was the lineup, right? We play the game and Crystal Palace have got our number. They've beaten us twice now. We've still got them twice to come, once at Anfield in the Cup, I think a month today. And then we, have to have them at Anfield again where they beat us last season. This team definitely has us. It's our bogey team. It's reconfirmed. 1 win in 17 for Crystal Palace before this game, and that was that win at Anfield in 2024. Actually Liverpool have been so dominant in this fixture for many years. 1 win in 17. But for some reason in the Community Shield and obviously in this game today, they can read us like a book. 9 minutes in, they get a corner, which wasn't a corner. It's all very well saying that now. The replays have showed that it comes off Mitchell last. But you have to switch back on and defend that corner. And it's 2 set pieces today that Liverpool have been undone by. Set pieces, I'll be honest, since Arne Slot has come into Liverpool, a lot of our goals are conceded via set pieces. Now, that's not a good sign. That needs to be corrected as soon as possible. As soon as possible. But Sarr, who again seems to have this amazing run against Liverpool, scored against us in August, scores after 9 minutes as well. You've got to head that out, Reds. You can't let that ball bounce inside the 6-yard box because they've got finishers that can just stick it away. And you can't blame Alisson for that. The defenders have to do better. 100% you have to do better. And we're 1-0 down within 9 minutes. And you're thinking, right, come on, let's get a goal before half-time. We know that Arne Slot's teams, especially in the second half, really come alive and grow into the game and obviously, throw them late daggers as we have done this season. But the results of the season so far and the performances of the season so far were due to run out. They caught up with us today and it happened. It was a taste of our own medicine, which we thoroughly deserved. I'm not going to come on here and defend Liverpool today. I can't. Right, and in the first half, if it wasn't for Alisson saving the shot from Munoz, saving the shot from Yeremy, saving the shot from the one-on-one after Konate was horrendously caught out. I don't know where his head's at the minute, but him and Kirkes defensively today have cost us this game. And then don't forget Mateta slamming one off the post from 25 yards. How we only went into this 1-0 down at half-time is an absolute shock to me. But anyway, we licked our wounds. I assume that Arne Slot tore into those players at half-time. Sorry, my voice is gone. What's going on here? Been shouting too much. I'm not well. Got the old frog in the throat there. And it's still happening. I am a disgrace. My team is a disgrace today. Have we got some water on set? Sums it up, really. Just what I deserve. No voice. Hold that, they're saying. Crystal Palace are telling me to hold them vocal cords right now because you haven't got what it takes, big dog. Kenya, see? The best Lyle around. Yeah, my brother. Let me just compose myself because this is poor from me. Thinking of all them chances Palace had in the first half. By the way, Kamada and Wharton. Adam Wharton, what a player. Kamada, tidy, rarely gives it away. Controlled that midfield today for Palace. But like I said, it should have been 3 or 4 or 5-1. 5-0, sorry, at half-time. Anyway, like I said, Arne Slot tears into them at half-time. You know, there's changes that were made. Pretty much straight away, Cody Gakpo comes on, has a shot that flies past and you're thinking, okay, this is a little bit better in the second half. And the stats do lie, I would say. Anyone who watched that game would tell you that Palace deserved to win. But the stats do lie because Liverpool had 20 shots, which, as you know, as an away team is very good. It's more than average in a Premier League game. 4 shots on target, 73% of the possession, 691 passes to 269, and the accuracy was better. And, you know, had more corners. So I'm going to say, yes, those stats do lie. I watched this with my eyes, not the stats today. And anyway, we're knocking on the door. Florian Wirtz has a chance from almost point blank. I think he should just leave that ball. It's a cross-come shot from Szoboszlai. It's probably going in. And he tries to get a toe on it, and it's saved from close range. Alexander Isak wriggles his way through, you know, has a shot that goes wide. You're thinking, right, the momentum is coming here. We're turning up the pressure, the heat in the cooker. Mo Salah was poor again, but the goal comes from an involvement with him. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I've watched it back, I would say 25 times. And conclusively, I still can't decide whether that was a handball or not. At this stage, I'd love to say one or the other. It was clearly or it wasn't clearly. I'm still not sure. But again, these things happen in football, right? If it was a handball, I guess it's payback for the corner that wasn't a corner. Palace should have probably been out of sight in the first half. But anyway, the ball bounces to Chiesa. And at the minute, it's like he's the only one pulling his finger out. That's a goal and 2 assists in the last... He didn't even play 90 minutes today. Only came on for the last quarter. So Federico Chiesa, I'll give him that. Him and Alisson can walk away with their heads held high. It's a scruffy finish, but it's a finish that we take. And at 1-1, you're thinking... Well, I was thinking, get out of here with the draw. Yes, with a late great artist, but get out of here with a draw. We'd be lucky to get that. 87 minutes. You know, I think there was an argument to say push on for the winner, or there was an argument to say no, just contain it and obviously don't lose the game, which we did in the end. And again, like I said, the performances, the results, the luck, whatever you want to call it, the sustainability isn't sustainable. And Liverpool got a taste of their own medicine today. And it's Eddie Nketiah, out of all people. Couldn't hit a barn door for Arsenal, but pops up today and scores in the 97th minute, which, again, it's a good finish. But once again, Kirkers, that opportunity to just hook it away with your right foot. Why are you so scared, brother? To lose your position in that team, first of all. But you've got to be hooking that away, second of all, with your right foot. Kind of goes back onto his left foot when it's obviously a right-footed clearance. Gives away the throw-in, and again, if you want to call it a set piece, you can. It's a big lump in the box. I think it's Mark Gahey of all people, right? Who actually, funnily enough, did not even celebrate the first goal. Definitely still mentally playing against Liverpool. You know, I don't think he's all there. He's still got his mind, you know, on what happened in the summer in the transfer window. But ever the professional, ever the brilliant centre-back. He's the one that assists it today, Freddie Nketiah, who, funnily enough, Alisson can save all those wonder saves. But when it's straight at him, it is hit with power. Obviously, I can't blame Alisson, but it is kind of straight at him and it goes through him and into the goal. There is a check for offside. It's onside just at the end. But again, you know, we're big enough and ugly enough, it's a phrase. So we're big enough and ugly enough as Liverpool fans to accept and praise the other team when we've been beaten. And that should be the case today for Liverpool because, again, we look at the shots, we look at the opportunities. I needed a lot more, right? And again, I'll give all the credit to Palace for winning that game. Oliver Glasner is a special manager. But for me, it's the worst performance of the season. Ekitike massively missed today. Massively missed. We could have done with him. Obviously, it's very ironic us losing to a late goal. But Mohamed Salah, brother, please rise. That is officially now his worst start to a season for Liverpool. When do we start worrying people? Galatasaray away. We go to Chelsea this time next week. They have no fit centre-backs. And Cole Palmer is injured for that game. There's no excuse now not to go and win. And it has to be a win now, especially if Arsenal get a result tomorrow at St James's Park, which I don't think they will. You'd think the Arsenal fans have already won there, the way they're celebrating this result. But let them. It's fine. No worries at all. Kanate. Worst performance of the season for him. January the 1st. We need another centre-back. Obviously, Giovanni Leone is going to be out for a year. Touchwood, that isn't a year. I mean, I'm absolutely heartbroken for the kid. 18. No one really deserves that, after such a great performance as well. Mohamed Salah can never take a free kick again for Liverpool. I don't know what's going on there. It's a great save from Henderson from the Gravenberch follow-up shot. But there is a worry there. In terms of set pieces, I don't like it. Why are we conceding these? Yes, it wasn't a corner, but fix up. Be that header. Attack that ball. And Liverpool, as I said, what more can I say? Florian Wirtz. I don't know what to do with him at the minute. I don't know where his position is. We're almost trying to shoehorn him into the team anyway, anyhow. But for me, that left-hand side, that experiment, I think it's over. But you can't also drop Dominic Szoboszlai. Maybe you do drop McAllister, but then you have to drop Szoboszlai into shoehorn. I don't want to just shoehorn him in for the sake of shoehorning him in. I will give credit to Szoboszlai as well, actually. One of the few good performers. And Federico Chiesa, I wish he did rescue us a point, but again, it was in vain in the end. And I think I've covered everything there. Let me know if there's more to be said, but I'm sure the discourse will carry on in the comments right now. There'll be words for Salah, there'll be words for Kanate, there'll be words for Wirtz. And again, on another day, Isak scores his chance. On another day, Gravenberch's shot goes in. On another day, Florian Wirtz scores. But it wasn't to be that day. And like I said, in a weird way, this is a wake-up call for Liverpool. Look back to Forest, the home defeat last season. That was a turning point. We didn't know it at the time, but that was a turning point for Liverpool. Can you now go on and turn that that lesson, hopefully, into a few more W's? There is Galatasaray away, Chelsea away, Manchester United at home after that international break again. So you have to now turn this around. When we lost to Forest last season, the next game was Milan in the Champions League. We go down 1-0 after 3 minutes, Pulisic. We end up winning the game 3-1 and go on a silly streak of wins after that. So I'm hoping it's the same time of year that is the same thing that's happened. If anything, get this loss out of the way now. We can't continue losing. But if it is a solo loss to a very good Crystal Palace who are unbeaten in 18, so be it. All success to them. Very good team, very good manager. But now this has to be a wake-up call for Liverpool. You have to go to Galatasaray and get a result. I don't mind if it isn't a win. Very intimidating place to go. But now you go to Chelsea and punish, especially, kick them whilst they're down. They've got no centre-backs. Chalobah sent off today. Tosin injured. And, a lot more injuries in that department for Chelsea. So go and embarrass them like Brighton did today. If Brighton can go there and win, then so should Liverpool. It doesn't work like that. I know. But set pieces, McAllister, a bit of a question mark there. Definitely a question mark over Kanate. Definitely a question mark over Mo Salah. And Florian Wirtz as well. So we need a lot more, guys, and it has to turn around in the next Premier League game against Chelsea. Liverpool's first defeat in a long time in the Premier League, or in general. So I deserve the cooking. I'm going to hold it. The Saturday football show coming up next, so make sure you watch that. And then obviously the roundup show on Monday. But before that, the podcast with Doyle on Monday morning. Having had an hour and a bit, 2 hours now to almost digest this defeat. I have seen some quotes here from Arne Slot. It's never ideal when you concede in extra time. But there was a sub, so half a minute extra was fair. He has to check when they exactly scored, but we have to defend the throw-in better. We take learnings from the games we've played in, and we can take even more from a game like this. So, fairly defeated today. There's no defence from me. I just wanted a little bit more, especially in that first half. Yes, the second half was a lot better. But only positives I can take out of this is Alisson, again, proving he's the best goalkeeper in the world. Federico Chiesa, his good form continues. And I guess apart from that, maybe Szoboszlai was decent. But More question marks than highlights today, for sure, for Liverpool. So, first defeat of the season, how do we take it? Well, you have to take it on the chin. You have to quickly move on and turn that L into a W for the next game. Performances are always going to catch up eventually. We're not blind. We saw what we saw in the last 5 weeks with these performances. Eventually, a really good team like Palace was going to come and settle us, and they did that today. So, massive wake-up call needed before Tuesday and then Stamford Bridge on Saturday. Listen, I'm massively frustrated we lost that game, but it is what it is. It's about how you bounce back. So smash that like button. I want your thoughts in the comments. Who is the best player, the worst player? Question marks, highlights of the game. Let us know. And subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Take care.